There's a lot of things that make Yellow Brick different from other roasters or coffee shops here in town. The thing that really differentiates us, so the foundation of Yellow Brick coffee is quality and traceability. All of our coffee has a story behind it, and we really strive to share that story with the consumer. So traceable coffee means you can tell where it comes from. We take that one step further in that we only source you could almost say hyper-traceable coffee. So we can tell you exactly the co-op or the farm, or in some cases even the micro-lot that the coffee comes from.
When you go to Origin and you meet people who are so proud of their product, it's kind of a service to them to be able to showcase that product the way that they want it. Kind of having that as your brand, as your philosophy, is just ethical. It makes sense that it's important to be able to connect with individuals all over the world.
I came up with a philosophy for sourcing only single origin coffee when I was in Ethiopia. We stayed at a nonprofit's sort of facility. They had built a school, and they built what kind of looks like palapas. There were a bunch of kids and some farm animals and a soccer field and all of these things that started to feel really homey and connected me with the origin of the coffee and made me realize that I wanted to support these regions and tell those stories. We try to educate people about what coffee is and what it can be, where it comes from, what it looks like at the farm, the science behind roasting, some of the math about it, like with curves, and talk about the Maillard reaction and things like that in our roasting classes. And we also do cupping classes. Cupping classes are where we teach people how to actually grade coffee. The same scores that we would give it at Origin are things that we show people how to assess here.
When I'm cupping coffee, I'm looking for many different kinds of coffee. I'm looking for something that doesn't just make me enjoy that cup, but that I know that the customer will enjoy as well.
Coffee, it's like cooking, and you are cooking the beans, you're roasting them, and you just see a coffee like our Ethiopian that has a lemongrass taste and then turning into more of a raisin vanilla taste, and seeing how much flavors can come out of it. You kind of share with people with coffee kind of their morning and their like rituals, and I think it's really cool to not only get a part of where they come from in the mornings and like knowing that you kind of perk them up a little bit there, and like somebody today says like we're so spoiled with our morning cup of coffee that we don't like going anywhere else, but also at the same time kind of seeing where they're at in life and talking to them week by week and seeing them grow and everything. I always appreciate that.
Something that makes coffee very special to me is the fact that it's coming from all over the world. So there are so many different hands in the journey that coffee takes from seed to cup. Who worked so hard to produce it, and what does it mean to roast it and do justice to what they've worked so hard to make.
Not only the flavors and the fact that I'm so passionate about food anyway, but also the idea that I can educate the public and introduce people to who's growing their food. Yeah, that was what sold me.